is National Beach Day. And so we've been asking each other, what's your favorite beach? And I submitted a couple because I couldn't choose one over the other. One means a lot to me because I spent the summer after high school before college at this beach, living along this beach, and I have my son and grandson in Lanikai to think about. So, you know, it's really tough choosing between those two memories.
Actually, yeah, very two solid beaches too. Gorgeous out in Waimea.
Yes.
Gorgeous out in Ka'ohao. Of course, a lot of people like to go there to see the Mokulua Islands, the Twin Islands out there in Lanikai. So, wow, Danielle, great picks.
And, you know, I think we were all kind of having a hard time trying to pick some of our favorites this morning because there's just so many. So, Danielle, you're right on point with the rest of us there. As I know, Davey, you mentioned you couldn't pick this morning either.
Well, you know, because I'm from Waimanalo, born and raised, so, you know, of course, always going to, you know, by Bellows or Sherwood Forest, of course, you know, Wawamalu, Sandy Beach, all of that side. But when I got married, my wife introduced me to the west side. You know, so he
was missing out.
I was totally missing out. I was like, why would I get the best beaches? And then I went to Nanakuli Beach Park. I was like, wow, this is a gorgeous beach.
It is.
How about you?
I'm kind of the same way. I was like, Waikiki holds like my heart. I have to just talk about this picture though, right here. Davey, you know, here he is talking about Waimanalo and Nanakuli beaches, but this is what he sent in this morning as his favorite beach. It's the, what is it called?
The Kapolei Cooler.
The Kapolei Cooler at Wet n Wild, because apparently he doesn't like the beach.
Well, not nowadays. My color is a natural tan. I was born with this color, but I love the, also that is the Kapolei Cooler at Wet n Wild, but the Waikolohe Stream over at Aulani is kind of the same thing where you can go through these caves, and I like that because no more sharks. You know, have you seen that on Disney Plus they have this documentary about Deep Blue?
No, but I do know Disney
shark.
Plus is partnered with, what is it? It's a Discovery Channel,
Yes.
so they have all the Shark Week stuff on there.
Yeah, National Geographic, because Disney owns pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So, but they did a whole documentary on the Deep Blue, that huge, like 20, 25-foot shark that was cruising off of one of your favorite spots on the South Shore, Waikiki.
You know, when you go into the ocean, you just know you're entering their domain. So you just kind of have to be, you know, but my amakua is the great white and, or a great white shark and a tiger shark. So I'm just gonna, you know, go with that for my protection. But Waikiki, I always love Waikiki. I've spent so much of my childhood down there and surfing and all of that. Yep. But I have a hard time because, you know, sometimes you don't want to be in Waikiki. Like we've talked about it. It's packed with tourists.
So, and that sheen of sunscreen.
That's true.
On the water.
That's true. I was really sad during the pandemic when I missed, you know, the clear Waikiki water.
Oh, yeah.
I loved seeing all those photos, but I do like Makapu'u. Like, it's kind of nice to get out. I love going to Keiki on North Shore. I love going out west side. Like, you just kind of have to vary it up. And here's actually a video from one of my last times at Keiki Beach. It's just fun.
It is. It's a pretty big beach too. So you can just kind of go. It's empty over there. Now this, you said earlier, this is not a beach, although it looks gorgeous and blue. That's got to be Hawaii though. Where is that?
So that's actually in Michigan, but it's another island. It's called Mackinac Island. It is in one of the Great Lakes. So the more north you go, I will tell you this, if you ever go to Michigan, the more north you go, the water in the lakes is like crystal clear.
Is it cold?
It's cold.
Freezing cold?
It's kind of like, you know, going ice ponds.
Oh, okay.
That's what I would equate it to. But yeah, you go north, and that's where you get the pretty lakes. You can actually see, you know, the ground in the water, because the lakes that are a little more south, not my favorite, because I can't see the bottom. And that's when I start to freak out about lake monsters. So you with sharks, it's me with lake monsters.
So this is no more, like, are there like fish or anything in those lakes?
Oh yeah, I mean, they're huge. You know, there's great lake. I mean, if you've ever been to Chicago or, you know, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio also borders New York, you see those Great Lakes. Sometimes you're kind of like, wow, this is an ocean. Like, it looks that big. And then it's crazy because you're like flying over it, or you're in a boat and you're like, there's no sharks in here. There's no dolphins in here.
I think I would enjoy that.
You know, I mean, there's fish. There's some pretty big fish in there, but it's kind of crazy. You're like, oh, no turtles, no whales, no. I remember that was my first time like going to one of the Great Lakes. I was like, what? A shot. Like, you know, it's just like, wait, that's crazy.
Well, yesterday, if you went out to Sunset Beach, they actually posted some signs on the beach because they had a 6-foot non-aggressive shark. I don't care it's aggressive, non-aggressive, it's a shark, and I would still be scared. So actually, we're taking a live look out there. You can see some calm conditions up on the North Shore, flat to 2 for today, and maybe possibly we'll watch out for those cruising sharks up there as well.
Hey, but you know, we both mentioned Makapu'u and Sandies. There can be some sharks out that way too. And I'll tell you, sometimes they don't put the signs up. As long as the shark doesn't display any aggressive behavior, you know, you just in the water hanging out. Sometimes they don't tell you. You just don't know, Davey.
Yeah.
So you never know. And here's a look actually at sunset, which you're just talking about, at sunset.
That is gorgeous. That's a gorgeous shot over there. I spent a lot of time, not too much on the North Shore. You know, my daughter them to go snorkeling up there once in a while.
Sharks
and
Cove.
yeah, over the weekend they went to Maui and they went to what is that? Molokini.
Oh, Molokini Island, yes.
The Crescent Island, and she's like, Dad, we're
Some
gonna
of the best snorkeling.
You really? Because she's
I've
like,
heard. That's what I've heard.
Dad, we're gonna go to Molokini and snorkel. I'm like, why? Why do? And she said, she said it was actually very gorgeous out there. She saw a reef shark, and I'm like, bruh.
David's like, nope, count me out. But as we mentioned, National Beach Day today, and it's gonna be hot out. So unless you can stay inside with some AC, you might want to head to the beach.
Yeah, go zippies first. Grab the zip pack and then hit the beach.
We'll be back tomorrow with a look at your top news, weather, and traffic. We'll see you then.
Aloha.